You know what? Blizzard just can't catch a break, can they? They just keep stepping on all the wrong things constantly. It's like you got decisions here, right? You can either do A or you can do B. And for whatever reason, they keep falling for the wrong choice every single time. It's a multiple choice question, Blizz. How do you keep getting it wrong? You should have at least a 50-50 chance to get it right. No, you can't do it. What the heck is going on over there? Let's just get into it, shall we? So Blizzard has denied reports that it's banning Twitch users for pro-Hong Kong chat. Because, they're definitely not going to say they're doing it because it was pro-Hong Kong chat. They were so banning people for pro-Hong Kong chat. I'm not going to lie. I got banned from their Twitch channel for saying free Hong Kong, revolution of our time. That was it to get me a ban. It was a temporary suspension for, I think, 1 day or 24 hours or something like that. So it's not like it's that bad of a deal or that big of a deal. But the point is, it did happen. That was the only thing I said, because I've been following the account for a good long while anyway. So, yeah, everybody else who, of course, followed to test this had to wait like 30 minutes or something like that before they could talk. But yeah, Blizzard did ban people for pro-Hong Kong chats. However, their excuse is they were banning spammers for saying the same thing over and over again. But Blizzard has denied reports that it was issuing bans for Twitch viewers who expressed pro-Hong Kong views via chat. The US game firm hit back at reports suggesting that it was censoring viewers who typed free Hong Kong into the chat box for the Play Hearthstone Twitch channel. They were. Blizzard told Polygon, "We are not banning people from Twitch chat for specifically using pro-Hong Kong speech or any other political statement. Bans are being levied by an automatic moderating system that triggers by viewers spamming any phrase reported repeatedly. We expect to have the issue corrected in the next few hours." That's not true. Or at least it wasn't for me. You know who didn't ban me for saying free Hong Kong? Who, strangely enough, I did spam their chat because they weren't banning me and I was trying to get myself banned. The League of Legends Championships. I was in the Riot Twitch channel and they require you to apparently, I guess, be following for like 10 minutes or something before you're allowed to chat. Because I wasn't beforehand. And guess who didn't ban me? The one company that is 100% owned by Tencent in China. Yeah, that company did not ban me from their chat. But Blizzard did. The first time I said anything, too. Hadn't really talked in that chat in forever. But the first time I said free Hong Kong, that was enough to get banned. Sad part is, I wish I could have done it on my computer so I could have recorded it, because that would have been great. I did it at work on my phone because that's where I was while it was happening, but whatever. The esports publisher .esports first reported that anyone who typed the words free Hong Kong in Twitch chat area during the Hearthstone Masters in Bucharest, Romania. Okay, in Romania. Over the weekend, saw the message automatically erased and were handed a 24-hour ban. Oh, okay. So there were other people. Anyway, but yeah. But Blizzard said it was barring only people who were spamming the chat with the message. And I did see a lot of chats disappear. It just said message deleted while I was watching. But a Blizzard spokesman told Business Insider that we are not banning people from Twitch chat for specifically using pro-Hong Kong speech or any other political statement. Bans are being levied by an automatic moderating system that triggers by viewers spamming any phrase repeatedly. It's broken then, or it was. because it was not banning people for just spamming, it was banning people on the first run. The explanation seems to make sense, per The Verge. The chat bans were inconsistent, giving the same pro-Hong Kong comments appeared to have been left during return of the Master Tour games, or reruns of the Master Tour games. At least one Reddit user claimed that the US game giant also barred Twitch viewers who expressed pro-China views. I didn't even see anybody expressing pro-China views. Huh. Now, I've watched that thing for quite a while. I never saw one thing that was like pro-China. Unless it flew by and nobody noticed it. I got nothing. Blizzard has been at the center of a political firestorm in recent weeks after meting out a series of bans to Hearthstone players expressing support for protests in Hong Kong. A series of bans. Well, specifically, there were two bans. One ban happened immediately, since, Business Insider isn't exactly, up to snuff of what's going on here. Blitzchung got banned immediately for saying pro-Hong Kong stuff, free Hong Kong, revolution of our time. And then AU held up a sign going, free Hong Kong, boycott Blizz, and it took them 8 days to get around to going, okay, you know what, you're right, you're banned too. Because they had to resign because Blizzard wasn't doing anything about it. And they saw the hypocrisy right there and was like, yeah, we're done. That's what happened. But anyway, in a weird twist of events, though, the U.S. Congress has chimed in, or some people in the U.S. Congress has chimed in. Strangely enough, there are two people on this thing that I did not see ever working together for anything, because when it comes to the government and video games, this is usually what you got. You got one lunatic governor somewhere or senator or whatever who's campaigning against violent video games because they make all the kids into shooters of some kind. And it's violence and it's horrible and nobody should be playing these violent video games, because that's usually what we get. We get attacked because, video games are the devil. And people shouldn't be playing it. It's too graphic, it's too violent, it's too realistic, and it's training people to do things that it doesn't actually train them to do, because that is ridiculous. Anyway. But that's usually how these things fall out. This one, on the other hand, is a tad bit different. But we got AOC here. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Senators call on Blizzard to reverse Hearthstone suspension. But yeah, today, the United States Senator Ron Wyden, Marco Rubio, signed a bipartisan letter with support for the representative, with support from Representatives AOC, Mike Gallagher. Who's Mike Gallagher? I don't think I know that name. Or Tom Malusky either. Any address to Bobby Kotick, CEO of Activision Blizzard, over the recent suspensions of professional Hearthstone player Chung Nagwe. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. But yeah, so they wrote an open letter, right? And but we're going to go ahead and look at this, because the open letter, its timing is bad, and nobody updated these people on what was going on, because apparently this thing being written on the 18th, things have happened since then that they are not aware of. Not that it really matters in the grand scheme of things. I get the sentiment. It's just really weird, though. Really, really weird to see Democrat and Republican coming together to tell Activision Blizzard where to stick it and fix it. It is just, it's a weird thing. I'm not used to that at all. But, dear Mr. Kotick, Kotick. Gosh, I can't even say his name without saying the whole thing. But Bobby Kotick. Anyway, I got it. Bobby Kotick. Anyway, Mr. Kotick. We write to express our deepest concerns about Activision Blizzard's decision to make player Blitzchung forfeit prize money and ban him for participating in tournaments for a year after he voiced support for pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. This decision is particularly concerning in light of Chinese government growing appetite for pressuring American business to help stifle free speech. Now, see, that there is the update they needed, because when they wrote, because the date on this, he's now at a 6-month ban and he got his prize money back because Blizzard probably realized, hey, we've got a big legal issue here. If he figures out how our legal system works and gets like a lawyer or something, he's got a cause of action because we stole his money from him. Maybe we should give that back to him. I guarantee that's probably the main reason they gave him his money back, was to avoid legal issues. But I continue. I'll continue. Anyway, Activision Blizzard benefits from China's growing market for esports, along with an investment from Tencent, one of China's largest technology firms. You and your company are no doubt aware that Chinese government uses the size of strength of its economy to suppress opinions with it disagrees. Last week alone, the Chinese government targeted Apple for hosting an app to help peaceful demonstrators evade repression of the National Basketball Association because one team general manager tweeted in support of Hong Kong protest. Your company claims to stand by one's right to express individual thoughts and opinions. Yet many of your own employees believe that Activision's decision to publish Mr. Chung runs counter to these values, and I totally would agree. Yeah, every voice matters, Blizzard. Remember that. Every voice matters. Except for when it goes against China. Because your company is such a pillar of the gaming industry, your disappointing decision could have a chilling effect on gamers who seek to use their platform to promote human rights and basic freedoms. Indeed, many gamers around the world have taken notice of your company's actions, understandably calling for boycotts of Activision Blizzard game sites. As Chinese amplifies its campaign of intimidation, you and your company must decide whether to look beyond the bottom line and promote American values, like they probably should considering they're an American freaking company, like freedom of speech and thought, or to give in to the Beijing demands in order to preserve market access. We urge you the strongest terms to reconsider your decision. With respect to Mr. Chung, you have the opportunity to reverse course. We urge you to take it. Sincerely, Ron White, Marco Rubio. Alexandria Oscar, I can't say her name now. Cortez, Mike Gallagher, and Tom Malowski, whoever those people are. I've never even heard of those. See, the first three I know, because one's a Republican and the other two are Democrats, right? I don't know who these other two people are, but that was nice. It's just something that doesn't happen every day. So it's kind of cool to see them do that. Although their information is a little wrong, so as a result, it's gonna probably fall on deaf ears or whatever. They're just gonna, well, I don't know what they're talking about. We went ahead and reversed the ban by 6 months and gave him his money back. Yeah, we've already done something, so whatever. But yeah. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.